Take a slight left turn, then take the first right onto US 117. The destination is on your right.
All right, my name is William. I'm representing Peachtree Property Management, where I invest in fix and hold rental properties located in B, C, and D class communities. Today's podcast is also going to be a video that I put on YouTube. So I'm gonna have so hopefully you enjoyed the video. That was me driving around different mobile home parks. Hopefully, just giving you a look of what could be the next pivot, or what I feel like is the next pivot, because homes are getting to a price where they're no longer becoming or are affordable. So making a pivot to mobile homes, whether they're modulars or manufactured homes, could possibly be the next pivot. Now, some of this is going to be opinion based, and some of this is going to be off of websites that I found. So the first stat that I'm gonna talk about is, like, I found on homeguide.com, so you can search there to find your the value of mobile homes, manufactured homes in your, so single wide and double wide homes in your zip code. So, and these are prices of new ones. So we're gonna discuss basically new and old. So in the area close to me, mobile homes, single wides are going for 60,000 to 90,000. Double wides are going for 120 to 160,000. So, and then another website, mobilehomeBuyerNorthCarolina.com or NC.com. Basically, prices to buy in a park can range up to, for a new mobile home, which is probably going to be rare. They're not, most of these mobile home parks are not going to have new homes in them. They're going to have some that are run down or some that are going to be renovated. But the price are going to be, for the new one, is going to run around 125,000. Prices vary between $55 to $75 a square foot. So if you're thinking about a mobile home that is 1,800 square feet, which is going to be on the bigger side, you're looking at about 117,000 for the buy that mobile home. So basically, what I'm gonna cover on today's podcast is going to be a pivot. All right. And so this is not just going to be information that pertains to my area or my state, but most of it's going to be. But another statistic that I found doing some research is Arizona. So Arizona research shows that some of these mobile home parks, even in the state of Arizona, so Midwest, out west, is going for $500 to $1,000 per month for lot rent. So some of y'all may not know what lot rent is. So lot rent is basically, you could own the mobile home or you could rent the mobile home, but you still have a lot rent. Somebody has to pay the lot rent. So not everybody, most of the people watching my podcast are not going to be on my YouTube, are not going to be that well off to where they can afford a mobile home park most of the time, unless you find something that's going to fall in your lap. But most people are going to, if you are going to live or buy a mobile home to rent out, and they're going to just rent out, like say 1, 2, or 3 of them, you're going to have to pay for the land that the house sits on. And so what that covers is the water, sewer, electrical. Most places, it probably won't cover mowing. That's still going to be on you maintaining the property or the yard. So reading some threads, reading some podcasts, I see some people used to pay around $425, and those people are probably grandfathered in. They say once they moved, the rent went up to $770 a month. So if you're paying for lot rent, the lot rent, whatever that amount is for that mobile home park, if you don't pay it, they don't necessarily, they may take your mobile home, or they may tell you have a certain amount of time to move your mobile home. So you keep your tongue and groove, or you take your, not the tongue groove, but that's a floor. You keep your tongue on your mobile home, so then it can be pulled away to another location, another piece of land that you might buy, or another mobile home park. So that's a good thing about it. Could be a bad thing, but I think to move a mobile home, while I've seen in the past, could be anywhere from 3, depending on how far you're moving it, from 3 to 10 to 15,000, and that's probably 10 to 15 is probably on the high end. So that, like I said, that person was probably grandfathered in. So I was reading, like I say, from $425 a month to $770, and then it was averaging about 8% increases every year. So like I told you before, in Arizona, some people are paying up to $1,000 a month just to keep their mobile home on that lot. And some of y'all, we'll get to it, a lot of y'all may say, well, why would I want to buy a mobile home, keep it on that property, and pay $400 to $1,000 a month for a lot rent? Just give me a second. Just running the numbers, and these are things you have to do when you're thinking about buying a property. What is buying the property in the land, or buying the mobile home and keeping it in the park? So basically, in my state, it seems like most lot rents, what I've seen searching different websites, are ranging anywhere right now from $625 to $650 a month. So again, that's $625 to $650 a month, guaranteed, whether somebody's living on the property or living in the property or it's sitting vacant, you have to pay that. All right. So like I said, I don't want to tell you the pros and none of the cons. All right. So when purchasing most mobile homes, the park owner, the park manager, they're going to perform background checks. They're going to also want to see a valid income statement. So these mobile home parks, sometimes, in the past, they've gotten some bad reps, meaning, people say, well, low lives, people that are convicts, they live there. But again, they're doing background checks because a lot of these states and counties have gotten stricter with the mobile homes, because some of them are becoming blighted and they have a bad stigma with them. Excuse me. So you will find some mobile homes that the owner stays up on it. The city drives around just like they would in a regular neighborhood, make sure the yards are being mowed, things are being upkept. You're gonna find some places now kid friendly. They're gonna have parks there, or playgrounds, I should say. And so, hopefully that eases some people with the bad stigma. So even if you're in, hopefully they'll let you know if they allow people to own the mobile home and then rent it out to somebody else, because they want to keep their mobile home park, clean, and they don't want to know. They want to know if I buy the mobile home and then I go to rent it, they did a background check on me, but they didn't do a background check on the tenant. So that's why a lot of, some people, just as long as they get their money and the rules are followed, they don't care. But some people are going to, they want to avoid that problem, and so they won't let an owner rent it out. So they'll say, you can't, or they'll say, yay. So, excuse me. Let me see. All right. So one of the last things I wanted to get to was what I was talking before. So you're paying the lot rent, and people saying, well, why would I want to pay such high lot rents? Well, because I've done some research on some of these local, some of these not even local, but global or international websites dealing with real estate. And basically, the rents for a 2-bedroom or 3, I can't remember how many bathrooms, but it's 2 and 3, for a mobile home, was going for $1,200 to $1,400. So I think that it was a 3-bedroom going for $1,400. So if you're thinking, if your renting is $625 or $770, getting $1,200 or $1,400 is basically, you're making your money back plus profit. And the reason I say, possibly make this pivot is because if you buy a home nowadays, even if one is going to be probably dilapidated to be $30,000 to $50,000, it's just a little cheaper to get into. So if you have, say, $10,000 sitting, it's a little cheaper to work on a mobile home, because they're single wide, because it's usually smaller. it's a quick process. Make sure, people have clean title. You can, like I say, there's different websites you can search on: Zillow, Trulia, Facebook Marketplace, apartment. Well, I won't say apartments.com, but other websites where you can see these mobile homes, how much they rent for, what they sold for, what they're selling for. You can see some that need a little bit of work, some that don't need too much work, that or I should say, some that don't need any work, maybe 20,000. I know I gave you the numbers before, but in some of these places I've seen mobile homes go for, the older mobile homes, the older style, go for 20,000. Some that need a little bit of work go for 13 to 10,000. Some that need a lot of work, I've seen some go for 500 to 1,300 to $2,500. So it's an easier way of entry. And like I say, you just got to vet the people. You can use different websites, and they have their own information where they can pull their own background checks. They can pull their own, they can find criminal information dealing with the last time the person's been evicted. They can find out where the person works at, and they can do all that work for you, and it's for free. And so that eliminates part of the headache. And then you can make $700 a month. Most people that live in, I should say, mobile homes are going to be there for some time because they fell on some hard times, so they just can't up and leave. All right. So, you may be dealing with a long-term tenant. It's just something to think about. Excuse me. And as long as they have a way, you drive around just like the park manager or park supervisor going to drive around. You drive around also. So keep these properties close to you. At least get somebody that can tour these properties and make sure they're being well maintained. Because one thing they're going to check on, not just the yard, they want to make sure there's no just cars sitting around. So they may ask you for car information like your tag. So whoever moves in, you want to update the tag, and you may have to put yours there first to let them know that you're going to be there working on it. Then give the tenants information later. And just make sure there's no beat up cars sitting, just sitting around leaking oil. Make sure the skirting around the trailer is being taken care of, not being pulled on or being hit, no holes in it where animals can hide up under it. And like I say, it's just an easier entry to get into real estate. So if you want, you can contact me at WAG Realty LLC on YouTube. You can leave a comment on one of the videos. You can leave a comment on Real Estate for Beginners on Casterbox, Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Casterbox, all these other podcasts. I think I'm on all of those, could be on some more. And you can reach me at WAG Realty LLC on Facebook. You can reach me, let me see where else, on Instagram at Peachtree Property Management. And just leave a comment. 2 or 3 people reached out already on Spotify, Anchor.fm, left comments, commented back. We're basically how you want to say it, a group of people with a common goal. All right, to help out our fellow neighbors, help our fellow citizens, and hopefully inspire others to do the same. Battling gentrification. Not saying gentrification is something bad, but even people that don't have a lot of money, you want to give them something stable, and you want to give them a quality living. All right. But until next time, y'all take care. If you want to reach out to me, ask any questions, you can. If you have any, questions about what I talked about today, I want you to add on to it. You can also chime in, and maybe I'll redo the video and add that information on later.